Friends coming at you from the comfort of the hammock today with two articles from The Economist about why you kind of feel broke even if you're on good money. The article drills into the reason why people are feeling broke. Because if you look at the raw numbers, we technically are wealthier than ever. And I suspect people from the past, like royals, feudal lords, czars, would look at the average Aussie's life and think, OMG, they must be the richest people around. Cars, convenience, TVs, trips to Bali. Yet the overall feeling of wealth is genuinely terrible.
And check out these little guys running from the gas, eggs, and house prices.
Why is this the case? And it's something that's kind of a hard truth and something people generally don't want to admit, but we kind of want contradictory things. We want high wages for ourselves, but we want brunch and our Uber rides to be cheap. If we own a property, we want values to boom, but we also want property to be affordable for others. We argue about high immigration, but we kind of also rely on that labor to keep services affordable. The crisis, to some extent, is kind of the friction of these competing priorities. One of the things I hadn't really thought about that the article talks about a bit is the way we spend our money has changed. Decades ago, most of our cash went to stuff, but now, and kind of ironically, a lot of stuff is kind of cheap. Think like TVs, gadgets, even cars. But we spend more on services, childcare, tradespeople, dining out. And in an economy like Australia, which is a high wage economy, services, and this is the irony, kind of have to be expensive because by being expensive, a larger swathe of the country can be prosperous, right? So I wouldn't dismiss at all the idea that things feel tough, and The Economist is never really great at doing that. They're very data focused. But prices versus wages are kind of okay. What's not okay is assets versus wages. And whilst I totally agree we'd like things to cost less, we need to hold in our minds the contradictions. The real challenge, more than it has ever been, is the gap between earning money and owning assets.
What's interesting is just overnight, Donald Trump, maybe looking at some of this data, has looked to ban large institutional investors like Blackstone from buying single family homes. Like all things Trump, who knows if this will have an impact? It's probably worth a whole nother video. But what do you think? Should we try something similar in Australia?